Woo-hoo. That'll wake you up.
Fire truck. Oh, nice.
First spot was a huge success. Lots of big mangroves. Solid scamp. Massive 20+ pound red grouper. Big red snapper too. Forgot about that one. What? We'll see what this one is. Hopefully it's the gag that we've been waiting for. Back my drag down a little bit. Now that I got him beat. We'll see.
Yeah, the first spot was great. It's right at 185 feet, and we caught a bunch of big vermilions, big mangrove snappers, some nice scamps. The second spot looks just as good. We're sitting pretty much right on top of it and expecting about the same thing, scamp grouper. Hopefully some gags. There's a fish right there. Hopefully some gags on this one, big mangroves and vermilions.
Just to give you an idea of how things are going today, we're packing fish after our first stop, essentially. We've only been on our second stop for a few minutes, and we are just straight murdering these fish. We got a boat full of captains and crew. Everybody knows what they're doing, and this is the results of being at a good fishing spot with a good bite, with some great anglers on board, and we're out here having a lot of fun and catching a bunch of fish, releasing red snapper, red grouper, triggerfish, and plenty more of those species, but we got plenty of keepers, big vermilions, mangroves, scamps. Definitely working really well with that double snell rig with that cut thread fin, and making sure you're holding bottom. I can tell across the boat the people that are holding bottom and dancing with the boat, moving that rod tip up and down, just keeping that line tight enough to feel the lead but not pull it off the bottom, are the ones who are catching them, feeling that bite. I've almost caught my limit of mangroves on the first spot and a half. So it's been a great start to the day, and we've got a pack fish already, so that's a good problem to have. We are at midday now, kind of midway point through the trip, and we've faced that midday kind of tidal change. That tidal shift occurred and made it a little bit more difficult because it changed our anchor heading up. So moving from one spot to the next, pushing out into a little deeper water, anchor heading totally shifted, which made getting on that next spot even more tricky. Then once we got out here a little deeper, past 200 foot, hunting for some big deep water scamps, I had to get readjusted, find that new anchor heading, adjust for that current, and then all of a sudden the current changed, and now we're just waiting on that current change to finish up. But we're gonna hang out here in deeper water for a little bit longer, pick away at some of these big mangrove snapper we're seeing, and wait for this tide change to shift and see how the boat settles up, so we have a solid anchor heading before I think the plan is to push in a little shallower inside to like 160, 180, hunt after some big mangrove snapper to end up the day. But before we go, we're gonna see if we can't pull off some more big mangrove snapper. Bite's a little picky, so I'm about to drop down in leader size. These mangrove snapper are super smart, so I'm seeing other people get action, and I'm not really getting action on the 80-pound leader. So I'm gonna drop down to around 40, 50 pound and see if that helps me scare one of those mangrove snapper into feeding up, because I only got 2 left before I limit out, and it's only what, 11 a.m. So that's how good the bite's been today, and definitely looking forward to catching a few more before we head home. We're set up here on our last spot of the day, catching some nice big old scamp grouper, some big vermilion, some nice mangroves, and definitely enjoying a nice ending to a great fishing trip. Been catching tons of nice fish throughout the day out here, anywhere from about 160 to about 210 foot of water. We covered a lot of area, tried a lot of different techniques to try to avoid those big red grouper, those big red snapper. If red grouper were open, we'd have close to a boat limit here. I mean, we must have caught 20 plus big 12, 15, some upwards of 20, 25 pound red groupers. So the red grouper bite's been incredible today. We've been dodging those red snapper as best we can. Had some pelagic action, but unfortunately all been sharks on the flat line so far. And just a beautiful day. It laid down nicely. It was kind of rough on the way out here, but calmed down nicely, and now we're on our last spot. We're gonna try to maximize it. Captain Bobby's hooked up on a big boy up there. Hopefully it's another nice scamp like this model here. And these are one of my favorite eating fish, so we're gonna hopefully go catch some more of these guys before we get out of here. Digging. Big. Oh my.
Beautiful gag grouper.
Last spot of the day is producing some nice fish consistently, and hoping to get a few more before we get out of here.
Sitting on my pooper. Never stood up.
Can't catch a grouper sitting on your pooper, but you just proved them wrong.
Yeah, that's a beautiful fish.
Yeah, still got the leader hanging in the mouth. Nice one. So today finally concludes our long day out in the water. We had a great time fishing together as a captain and crew and just all our staff. It's not often that we're able to get out here on the water together. Even myself, having 2 kids under 2, I don't get a lot of time to get out on the water myself. So this video was a great excuse to get out here on the water, have a good time with our friends and coworkers and catch some fish. I mean, we did really, really well today, catching a bunch of different fish, as you guys saw. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. It was a great time out there on the water. We hope to do it again soon, and hopefully we'll catch even more fish next time. We'll have more great videos for you guys. Don't forget to check out Hubbard's Marina on Twitter, Snapchat. Now we have TikTok too, and YouTube, obviously, Instagram. We have a bunch of different social media accounts. Check out Hubbard's Marina on all of them. Make sure to follow our pages. Don't forget to check out our Sunday night live stream shows every Sunday night right on the Hubbard's Marina Facebook and YouTube channel at 8:30 p.m. every Sunday. We give away over $700 in free fishing trips. All you have to do is tune in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video and all those fish that we got. And we're gonna be bringing them to the dock, piling them up, and filleting fish for quite a while. So hopefully you enjoy that too. Don't forget, if you're too busy to go fishing, you're just too darn busy.